All right, so we are here right now, here. And for group one, I know most of you are from group one, only 3 are from group two. So for group one first, you have a homework report due this Wednesday, the accelerometer one. And other than that, that's the final project for you guys. It's a little bit less than 3 weeks, but a little bit more than 2 weeks. And the report is going to due on Wednesday, November the 18th. Then you are done. No other assignments after that. Okay. Then you just take the final exam on the 23rd, on Monday. And that's everything for you guys for the semester. So I was thinking like for both group one and group two, you should fabricate at least 2 PCB boards. But now if I'm looking at this, for this project, this tutorial is pretty long. And if I'm giving you another separate project, I'm worrying like it's a little bit too overwhelming. If you are really willing to fabricate another PCB board out of any of the experiments on the top, which you have done, let me know. I will be able to pay for that. Okay. For the PCB fabrication and for the parts, and I'll allow you to get into the lab and solder all the parts for the board. Okay. I know you won't. I'm just letting you know that's offering to you guys. Right? Highly encouraged. So a little bit more than 2 weeks, you have to complete everything in the tutorial and report it on Wednesday on the 18th. That's it. That's it for the semester. Okay. For group two, we're here now, and keep in mind, this Friday will be the deadline to send the fabrication file to me, the Gerber file. Either homework 2 or homework 3, doesn't matter. So the ESP32 project or the temperature monitoring project, okay, either one. But you have to send it before 5 p.m. this Friday, okay? Because it takes about 7 to 10 days for fabrication and the shipment, right? So I need to make sure that before the end of semester, before you leave, I can let you complete that PCB and get a Christmas gift for yourself. Bring it home. So that's the first task. Okay, Friday, Gerber file. And the second one, we're going to start working on that because you can imagine, right? So on Friday, you are done with that PCB file, the Gerber file, anything. Homework 2, homework 3 are done. And for the next 2 weeks, you are just waiting for the PCB? Definitely not, right? I won't let you, I'll keep you busy. So that's the final tutorial you want to follow. There are 2 other different types of microcontrollers. One is called MSP430, another one is called ST32. So the MSP430 used to be super popular in the past, but it's getting not that popular most recently because Arduino and the ESP modules. But the ST32, so the ST is a pretty big company. They are making all different kind of ICs. So as ST32 microcontrollers are pretty, at the high end in the industry. If you work for a company in the industry, very likely you'll be working with ST32 microcontrollers. So the ESP microcontrollers are just the most recent thing. It's gonna dominating the market in the future in the next like 5 years, I guess, after the next 5 years and in the future. But right now, ST32 is still dominating for the industrial microcontrollers. So we don't have that much time to give you any sophisticated projects to follow, but at least I can get you started. You know how to work with these types of different types of microcontrollers. So follow these 3 tutorials. Very simple, very basic, because we don't have that much time to get any other tutorials or experiments done before the final exam. So that's another one, another task. That's homework 4, right? So after the PCB file being sent to me by Friday for homework 2 or homework 3, you pick up one. After that, on Friday, I'm going to give a lecture to the introduction for these 3 tutorials on Friday this week. So I can give you the boards. So make sure you'll be in the class so you can have the boards for you. I'm going to give you the evaluation board for this one and this one. So 2 boards. And you'll start working on that for the next 2 weeks. Project, okay, so for group 1, I just mentioned, so the project report is due here. And for group 2, the project report is due on the final exam day, because I think you need more time to solder the parts to the PCB and test it. So even after the final exam, you are still able to just let me know and come to the lab, because the final exam is in the morning, right? So from 11:15 to, okay, so 90 minutes. Do you have time to do that? 90 minutes. If you have class after that, probably you won't be able to. Okay, so I would just do a 55 minutes final exam though. You have class after that. Okay. Yeah. So after that, in the afternoon, after you finish the final exam, you can still work on the project in the lab if you like. So the project report is due, the end of day on Monday, right? 23rd. Is that making sense? Is that reasonable? Any questions?
Do you know the layout for
It's going to be the same structure of programming and PCB, just 2 problems. Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
I said that long?
Just 2. No, it's shorter because there's 2 problems, right? Yeah. That's what you learned in the semester. So that's what I want to test you. So for group 1, I think because we have 2 groups, not just because this pandemic, it's also because we do have a pretty diverse student body, and the students in group 1, they used to work on the experiments that group 1 has been working on in a junior design class in the spring semester. So that's why I developed some new experiments for group 2 for the semester. But for group 1, you are not going to take another microcontroller class. This is not available. We don't have another one. So you must be thinking you will not be able to work with any of the group 2's project anymore when you are in FLC. But I don't think that's true, because in senior design or somewhere else, if you really need to work on any of the microcontrollers here, you can still come back to the tutorial and learn it, how to use it. And for junior design class in the spring, so Dr. Nishat Majid is going to teach that course, and because his specialty is in machine learning, and I think it's going to be more fascinating, especially for Brady. I think you are more on the software side. For most of you, I think it's a good thing to learn. You just have 4 years, right? You cannot just learn everything. But I think everything we're offering here is useful for the industry and to help you to get a job in the future. I think that's fine. You can teach yourself later, after the class or during the break or during the internship somewhere. There are just so many things to learn. I mean, when I was in graduate school, I missed 2 of the classes are the most important ones for my PhD advisor. So he offered about 6 classes for his textbook he wrote, and that book covers 6 classes, and I just took 4, and there are another 2 I was not able to take. That's fine. I can learn it by myself later on. So never mind. All right. Any other questions? Probably not. Okay. There might be another homework. I'm going to post it later, just for teaching evaluation. You just do it and let me know send me the certificate. You're done. That's it, I think. And also the spring schedule is up online today in the morning. Highly recommend Engineering 330A. For C students, you have to take it, right? But for other students, I highly recommend it. It's gonna cover cadence. If you look at the tutorials, so I got some help from a student to complete all the tutorials for me, and I'm paying $4,500 a year for the cadence license, and I don't know how long we can keep it here. I'm trying to get more funding to support that. You don't want to learn cadence. It's a pretty rare opportunity for you guys to learn it because it's not available everywhere. Even though for big institutions, they will put efforts to host cadence, but not everywhere actually. Um, I'm really willing to do it, even though it takes more efforts. If I'm lazy, if I'm not really responsible, I can just use the electric, right? The one you used in, the electric. It's this one. It's also it's easier, and you can get a chip out of it as well. But I think you should learn cadence. Um, I spend a lot of time on that, and I also spend a lot of breaks to talk to people, give me money to buy it. And I'm trying to keep it here for a longer time. So it will be definitely available in the spring. If you guys are lucky, if you really appreciate, then I think you're lucky because you can learn cadence, you can learn electric, but you're getting cadence here. If you go to the companies, Intel, Samsung, they are using cadence, same tool. So that's good for you. It's called engineering. So not this one, okay? Ignore this title. So he didn't change the title. So it's engineering 330A. Right. Just take it.
What is it?
Still digital electronics. It's not. Yeah, we didn't change the name. Yeah, talk to the advisor, see how we can make it happen. Okay, and also if you have any questions regarding what are the courses you want to take and which course you want to put a higher priority, or any questions regarding that, and if you're not getting a satisfying answer from the advisor, just let me know. Okay, I'm here to help you all the time. If you are planning on getting an internship somewhere, start applying that now. If you need a letter, let me know. And if you really think you get a big chance to get internship somewhere, planning on send probably 50 up to 50 CVs or 50 different places. Expect 10 or something, or less than 10. So just keep sending, so you can secure an internship in the summer. I think getting to an internship is pretty important for you. Maybe the company will try to keep you there after you graduate. Sometimes they'll promise it, but not all the times you'll be that lucky. It's some of the companies they just want to hire the interns, but they really do not spend a lot of time with the interns. They just assign very simple tasks to them, and they won't let them to touch any important parts, so they won't be able to learn that much. I just want to keep looking for the good opportunities, not the bad ones. All right. Any other questions? No, that's it for today.